sweat. He hasn't done that tonight. I wonder if that's a change of plan with it.
Oh, what a left hook this now.
Well, it was a beautiful punch, bang on the chin. Now you can see the way he goes down, first of all, loses all control. Then you can see the actual time.
If you missed the spectacle that was Tyson in the ring, you missed out on one of the greatest shows in sports. Back in the 1980s, Iron Mike's reign over the heavyweight division was the stuff of legends. His fights weren't just fights, they were events. Think Atlantic City, Las Vegas. Wherever Tyson went, the biggest stars followed. And let's not forget those pay-per-view numbers. They were through the roof. Sure, his fights might not have lasted very long, but you were guaranteed to witness some serious fireworks. But as they say, stars can burn out. And Tyson's did, starting with that upset loss to Buster Douglas in 1990 and a 3-year jail stint in 1992. Now, before talking further about the baddest man on the plane, let's take a trip down memory lane with a rundown of his 12 greatest knockouts. Number 12. And at number 12, we rewind to October 25th, 1985, when a young Mike Tyson stepped into the ring for his 10th professional bout. And guess what? It played out just like most of his early fights, a first-round knockout. Facing off against Robert, Tyson unleashed his most devastating weapon, the rising left hook. Picture this, a collision of fists, a perfectly executed left hook, and lights out for Calais. The taller opponent couldn't withstand the Tyson storm, and it was game over in the very first round. Talk about making a statement in the ring! Number 11. And fast forward to March 21st, 1988, Tokyo, a setting for one of Iron Mike's memorable bouts. This time at number 11, the opponent was Tony Tubbs, and it wasn't the quick first-round finish we often saw from Tyson. Tyson faced some solid shots from Tubbs, who held his ground and gave a tough fight. But here's the twist. Late in the second round, Tyson, the master of precision, landed some pinpoint shots. The highlight? A left hook that left Tubbs disoriented, turning his legs into spaghetti. Talk about a strategic masterpiece. Tyson's Tokyo journey had its twists, but this victory showcased his ability to turn the tide when it mattered most. Number 10. Moving on to number 10, it's February 22nd, 2003, and Tyson is making his mark against Clifford Etienne. At 36, Iron Mike is showing no signs of slowing down. In what turned out to be Tyson's last professional win, he wasted no time in getting the job done. The crowd went wild as Etienne's right knee buckled, courtesy of a clean right hand from Tyson, a punch Etienne never saw coming. Now get ready for a knockout tale with a twist. After the hit, Etienne, fully splayed out on the canvas, decided it was the perfect moment to remove his mouthguard. Talk about unconventional. As the referee, Bill Clancy, counted him out, Tyson, being the sportsman he is, picked Etienne up and even gave him a hug. The bout was officially waved off just 49 seconds into the first round. Tyson style all the way. Number 9. Fast forward to July 21st, 1989. And we've got Carl Williams stepping up to face the powerhouse that is Mike Tyson at number 9. Now, Williams came out swinging, unlike many of Tyson's opponents. With a massive 6-inch height advantage and a comical 14-inch reach advantage, he was ready for a different strategy. In a surprising turn of events, Tyson sneaked in a left hook that sent Williams rocking into the ropes. Williams managed to get back on his feet, but here's where it gets interesting. When referee Randy Newman asked Williams if he wanted to continue, he didn't like the look in Williams' eyes. That was the cue to call the fight, just 1 minute and 33 seconds into the opening round. And that, my friends, is how Tyson rolls. Number 8. And now, January 16th, 1999. Las Vegas, a night that witnessed a rough, rugged, and downright ugly showdown between Mike Tyson and Francois Botha. The Iron Mike of old seemed elusive through 4 rounds, and things weren't looking great on the scorecards. Now, considering this was Tyson's first bout since serving a 19-month suspension for the infamous ear-biting incident with Evander Holyfield, the performance wasn't a huge shocker. The Tyson we knew was yet to make a grand return. As the 5th round was winding down, Tyson unleashed a left flush to the face that changed the entire narrative. Botha, stunned by the punch, hit the canvas and stumbled his way into the ropes. Referee Richard Steele didn't waste a moment. He called it, sealing the victory for Tyson. And that, my friends, is how Tyson turned the tables in Las Vegas. Number 7. And at number 7, Tyson was back in action on December 16th, 1995, just his second fight post-release from prison, facing off against Buster Mathis. At 29, he might not have had the same aura as the vintage Iron Mike, with a loss on his record and 3 years out of the ring. But here's the thing. Tyson's power was still very much present. In a moment of sheer athleticism, he pivoted to create a clear angle, unleashing a clean uppercut, quickly followed by another. The result? Mathis fell backward, unable to beat the 10 count. The fight was over, vintage or not. Tyson's ability to deliver those knockout blows was undeniably intact. Number 6. June 16th, 1990. Tyson is at it again, this time against Henry Tillman, count of 9. Number 5. And moving on to our top 5, it's July 11th, 1986. Tyson is on a mission, this time against Lorenzo Boyd. Now, this knockout might not get the same attention as some of Tyson's other spectacular finishes, but if you're talking skill, technique, and precision, it deserves a spotlight. 3 fights away from his shot at the heavyweight title, Tyson faced Boyd, a former cop studying criminal law at Oklahoma State. Now, here's where it gets interesting. In the blink of an eye, Tyson unleashed a finishing combination that was nothing short of beautiful. A rib-rattling body punch followed by a missile of an uppercut precision at its finest. Boyd, caught in the storm, had 0 chance of beating the count. Referee Sid Rubenstein didn't even need to reach 10. He waved off the fight, giving Tyson yet another victory on his path to the heavyweight title. Number 4. At number 4, we are in 1986. Tyson, at the tender age of 20 and in his 25th professional fight, faced off against Marvis Frazier. Now, this fight didn't take long to reach its explosive conclusion. From the opening bell, Tyson unleashed a barrage of punches on Frazier. In less than 20 seconds, Iron Mike landed 2 explosive uppercuts, followed by a brutal 1-2 combination that left Frazier out cold. The challenger crumpled to the canvas, lifeless, and the only thing preventing him from being completely splayed out was the corner stanchion. Tyson, even in the midst of victory, showed a human touch. As referee Joe Cortez signaled for medical personnel to assist Frazier, Tyson rushed over out of concern. It was a display of sportsmanship amidst the brutal beauty of the boxing world. Number 3. Are you ready for the top 3 spots? Now, this knockout is not only comical, but also historic, marking a pivotal moment in Tyson's career. November 22nd, 1986, featuring Tyson against Trevor Berbick. Berbick deserves major props for his resilience in the ring. Despite falling all over the place after absorbing 2 big punches, he summoned every ounce of strength to wobbly pick himself up 3 times in the second round. Tyson, showcasing his devastating power, unleashed a hard body shot followed by a left hook to the forehead. The result? Berbick looked like he was straight out of a comedy sketch, stumbling and bumbling off the ropes, his equilibrium completely thrown off. It was Tyson at his most spectacular, and this knockout secured him the WBC Heavyweight Championship of the world. At just 20 years old, Tyson became the youngest ever to hold the most prestigious belt in the sport. Number 2. At number 2, just 2 years later on January 22nd, 1988, Tyson faced off against Larry Holmes in a bout that some might rank lower due to Holmes being past his prime. After a 2-year hiatus from the ring, the 38-year-old former heavyweight champion of the world found himself up against the force of Tyson. In the fourth round, Tyson asserted his dominance, knocking down Holmes not once, not twice, but 3 times. The first knockdown took a toll on Holmes, leaving him wobbly for the remainder of the round. Despite his heroic attempt to fight back against Tyson, Holmes essentially became a sitting duck. The final knockdown was courtesy of a vicious right hand that dropped Holmes like a sack of potatoes, prompting doctors to rush into the ring. Holmes, a former WBC heavyweight champ who held the belt from 1978 to 1983, wouldn't step into the ring again for another 3 years. It was brutal! Number 1. And here we are, and this one gets top billing, not because it's the most spectacular of Tyson's 44 knockouts, but because of the stage and the opponent. The hype leading up to this fight was nothing short of epic. Tyson, putting his 3 belts on the line, squared off against Spinks, the lineal heavyweight champion and a future Hall of Famer. Picture this. After Donald Trump and Muhammad Ali exited the ring following fighter introductions, Tyson went to work. In a display of sheer dominance, Tyson mauled Spinks, who kept backing away from Iron Mike. The turning point came with a thudding body blow that put Spinks down for the first time in his career. A few seconds after the standing 8 count, Tyson finished him off with a clean right that slammed Spinks onto his back, just 1 minute and 31 seconds into the first round. In a moment reminiscent of a gladiator, Tyson extended his arms out gladiator style, a dozen years before the Oscar-winning movie starring Russell Crowe debuted. This knockout marked Tyson's 16th first-round knockout in 35 fights, a spectacular and historic moment in the world of boxing. The stage, the opponent, and the sheer dominance. Tyson at his absolute best. Enjoying the content? Don't miss out on the latest updates. Hit that like button and subscribe to stay tuned for more exciting videos. Your support means the world to us.